Hello again. We're going to look at some more foundational number skills, things you should have picked up in primary school and in middle school. Right, we're going to look at changing to and from mixed numbers. First we're going to look at changing from mixed numbers. Next we're going to change to mixed numbers. Let's remind ourselves what they look like. A mixed number looks something like this. It has a whole number part and it has a fraction part. I'm also going to be talking about something called improper fractions. An improper fraction is where the top number, the numerator, is greater than the denominator. And just in contrast, I won't mention them much, I'm sure, but a number, probably the first you ever came across, such as 7 or 2, so it's just a proper number, if you will, is called a whole number or integer. Anyway, just get rid of those. And now let's look how we change to and from mixed numbers. Question 1. We're going to change the number 3 and 2/5. That mixed number, I'm going to change it to an improper fraction. Watch what I do. I multiply the integer part times the denominator to give me 15. 3 times 5 is 15. I then add the last figure, that's the numerator here in the fractional part. 3 times 5, 15, add to 17. So my answer is 17 all over, or the number that goes at the bottom. The denominator is the same as it was in the mixed number. So 3 and 2/5 is 17 over 5. Go through that again. Question 2. 2 and 1/3. I'm going to change that. So we multiply the integer part of the mixed number times the denominator of the fraction. 2 times 3, 6, and then we add the last figure, the one we haven't used, that's the numerator. 2 times 3 is 6, add 1, 7. So the top part, the numerator of my answer, is 7. And the denominator, well, it's the same for the improper fraction as it is for the mixed number. Just going to go through one more example. 4 and a half. Watch what I do. Sure, you're ahead of me now. 4 times 2 is the denominator of the fraction in the mixed number. 4 times 2 is 8, add 1 is 9. So the numerator part of my improper fraction is 9, and the denominator, you guessed it, is the same as it was in the mixed number, 9 over 2. What about the other way round? Maybe I should have started with that, because it's actually easier. Here we've got an improper fraction, 15 over 7. I'm going to change that to a mixed number. Watch what I do. 7 goes into 15 twice, remainder 1, and underneath the 1 goes the 7, as when we were working the other way. Do you see that the denominators, slowing down a bit my machine, stay the same? Show you that again. Question 5. 19 over 5. It's improper because the numerator is greater than the denominator, and we're going to change that. And that becomes 5 goes into 19 3 times, remainder 4. And underneath the 4 goes the 5. Denominators stay the same. One last one. Might test your arithmetic skills. 37 over 9. Now I think most of you got the technique, but let's see how good your tables are. How many times does 9 go into 37? It goes 4 times. 4 9s are 36. So the remainder is 1, and you guessed correctly. The denominator is going to be 9. Whoops. Let's just undo that. Oh well, doesn't matter. so that the denominators stay the same. Now there's two special cases, and they're nice and straightforward, you'll be relieved to see. How do we change an integer to an improper fraction? Well, we just write it as 5 over 1. We put a 1 underneath. Show you that again. What's 9 as an improper fraction? Well, it's going to be 9 all over 1. So when we work the other way, well, let's have a look what happens when we work the other way, changing these type of improper fractions. 40 over 1 would change to, you've guessed it, 40. Question 10. 17 over 1 would change to 17. Oh, now just two more to look at. Both of them improper fractions to mixed numbers. Well, they don't end up as mixed numbers. What's 20 over 5 as a mixed number? 5 goes into 24 times, no remainder, so it becomes an integer. Question 12. Let's look at that again. 9 over 3. That's an improper fraction. We're going to change it, but 3 goes into 9 exactly 3 times with no remainder, so it becomes an integer. Anyway, to recap, and these are the most important cases, cases 1 to 6. To change a mixed number to an improper fraction, multiply the whole number part, the integer, times the denominator, add the other number I haven't used, the numerator, and put them all over the same denominator. Working the other way, changing improper fractions to mixed numbers, divide the denominator into the numerator, and put the remainder under the old denominator. To change a whole number to an improper fraction, just put a 1 underneath. And to change an improper fraction with 1 as the denominator, just get rid of the 1. Be aware that sometimes when you're changing improper fractions, you may find that in fact your answer is an integer. Thank you for listening.